Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday, the 19th of September, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar. Dollar is still in this bearish territory short term, trying to make a recovery the last few days, but just struggling to get above this level. All eyes really on the Federal Reserve and what they're going to do this week. So, dollar just stalling at the moment. Means the euro is strong again, bullish above the cloud on all three time frames. Just activated another upside target of 122 on the short-term chart. So euro is continuing to look strong. Japanese yen, dollar is looking stronger here. We see here just this short-term bull trend. We've got a 5% upside target, just meaning the dollar is probably gaining some ground against the yen now, and just starting to move into bullish territory in the long-term chart and the medium-term chart as well. So dollar is looking better. Sterling, we hit the 136 level remarkably against the US dollar, which has put us through the cloud on the price. Normally we'd like to see 3 periods, and of course the lagging line needs to come through as well. We may just be hitting some resistance here, and at the moment we've got a short-term target back to 133.09. So we are just falling back a little bit, just coming back to test this 135 level, but still looking pretty good in the short and medium term against the US dollar. We've really recovered there. Against the euro, though, sterling is hitting resistance, and so we are just seeing some downward pressure. Still have these downward targets hanging over us, so it's too early to say that sterling has turned the corner. Against the Swiss franc, much the same picture, looking pretty bullish in the short medium term, but the long term chart is still bearish below the cloud. And against the Aussie dollar, again, a similar picture, and we've not made it through in the medium term, reflecting Aussie dollar strength and these downside targets. Looking at the S&P 500, we closed convincingly above the 2500 level, and so we are just nudging new all-time highs on the broader market. The Nasdaq just still struggling a little bit, lagging the S&P 500. So tech stocks haven't quite kicked in yet, and the Dow just continues to power ahead, making new all-time highs as well. So we are just seeing the large caps in the US really moving. The Russell 2000 looking quite strong again, just marching up the hill there, and the S&P future looking pretty strong. Looks like it'll open slightly higher, and the Nasdaq E-mini also in bullish territory with upside targets. FTSE 100 is up this morning, but we are seeing again just this bearish pressure with broken down on the stronger pound, and FTSE 250 much the same picture. A small recovery, but looking more bearish than it was before. The DAX is holding its gains on the short-term chart. We haven't quite made it through on the medium term, so still not looking as positive as the US. The Nikkei is looking very strong, breaking out, nudging new multi-year highs here. We're just seeing here back to 2015 highs, so the Nikkei is really looking very strong on that weaker yen. And if we look at the Hang Seng, we're seeing here as well that it's holding its strength, and the Shanghai market just selling off a little bit, maybe just starting to move into a short-term bearish position. India looking strong on all three time frames. The S&P 200 index, the Australian market looking strong, and Brent crude also looking strong here, holding its short-term bullish position, as is WTI. US Natgas jumped yesterday. We're seeing here sitting at the $3.15 level, and the medium-term chart for the first time in a few months looking pretty good. So we are just seeing that strength returning on Natgas. Looking straight to gold. Gold has been looking a bit bearish in the last few days below the cloud and nudging these low 1300 levels, not deactivating any of these upside targets. That's the key. And even on the medium term charts we still have these targets. In fact, looking at my own gold trading system, we see here the stop loss of 1.75% long, 2% short. This is gold trading system, and it's actually been really working quite good with a flip-flop stop loss, which you can find, of course, in the Updata library. So a steady performance here with the volatility where we've really not been going up on the gold price. So take a look at the systems in Updata. That's another really powerful aspect. Looking at silver, we're seeing here as well just finding some floor on the bottom. Maybe we're hitting some short-term support here on the chart, and we hit medium-term resistance. So we're just fighting those two trends. Taking a look at US Treasury yields, sitting at 2.22%, again waiting the Fed. Apple still just bearish below the cloud in the short term, Google also still looking bearish short term. Amazon just holding on to its bullish trend. Facebook also just selling off a little bit, and Microsoft holding its bull trend, so one of the better looking stocks. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.